Craig, can you tell us about what your full name is and what your title is here?
My name is Craig Shary. I'm the lead case manager here at the Servant Center, which is in charge of the Servant House in Glenwood and Hayward. The Servant House is a transitional housing facility which is homeless and disabled veterans. It's a 21-bed facility. We work on getting them housed into their permanent housing. Permanent housing, which we do run, which is the Hayworth and Glenwood house down the street, which is we got studio apartments and one-bedroom apartments down there, and they are completely on their own, but we do wraparound services and take care of issues that they may have down there. So it's just, when those are open, we try to move some guys down there that would be a good fit for them. We work on our guys here at this Hayward, over here at Servant House, to put them in the best place that they can get into as far as safety with what they may need. So we work hard for our guys. They deserve it. They're veterans. Why in the world are our veterans homeless? Is a question I'd like to ask.
Absolutely. So that's a really good description of what our housing facilities, what we do and where they are. Can you kind of talk to us about some of the stuff that goes like under the radar? Like I always tell people that you're, not just a case manager, but you're also a realtor and a counselor. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the day-to-day stuff that you kind of work with to help our guys be successful when they get housed?
Well, you're looking at guys that are broken. You're homeless, and you have why you're homeless. So we are a housing first facility, but we also have to look to see what could be some of the things that have caused them to be homeless. We don't want them to try to repeat these, so we try to put in, safety nets. Like let's say they have issues with spending their money right away. Well, then we try to put them into a payee program. This payee program will then take care of paying their rent, their bills, get the money for food, and then give them some spending money. So they're not, just not being able to budget their own money. This is something that we look to do. You have, of course, people with substance issues, possibly. It's not an aha moment. We got you. Let's go ahead and get you out of this program. But what that does for us is it makes us be aware that and ask them, hey, do you feel you have an issue with this? If they do, we get them the help they need here before we get them out there, and try to get those services still wrapped around while they're out into their new place of living, so that they can still continue getting the help while they're out.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how we measure our success with our guys in Servant House and where we are with that as of today?
Well, measuring our success is, to me, I want to house everybody. Everybody deserves a home. Now they are allowed to stay here up to 2 years, because when they come in here, a lot of these gentlemen don't have income. Some of them's never been to the VA, so we hook them up with, introducing them to the VA, start getting services through the VA. If they don't have income of any sorts, we work on, working on VA benefits. We work on Social Security for them, so they get some kind of income. Once they get the income, we can move forward and get a voucher form. The vouchers will help them cover, their rent. They pay a portion. The Section 8 housing will pay a portion. These are things that, again, to help them being able to hopefully stay in that. This is going to be the permanent resident. A lot of these guys have a hard time, and so it's our job to get them to be in the safest place, the best place for them that we feel, and and make sure that they can stay there. I mean, we can't just turn them loose and let them go. So success is if they get into a place and they're able to maintain it.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about, sometimes it seems like, people forget about Glenwood and Hayworth, the guys that we have over there. Servant House being one of our oldest programs, people just forget. So can you talk about kind of some of the resources we provide for those guys, and a little bit more about what exactly
what goes on down there?
What goes on down
Well,
there?
we have case management down there. That's part of what my duties are. We have an office down there. I have interns. AmeriCorps also gets to go down there and help with them. We'll help some of the guys with paying their bills. There's some guys down there that still need help with bills, so we're there for them to do that. If they need transportations, we make sure they get hooked up with DAV, with SCAD, with so that they can get to their appointments, get to where they need to go. A lot of these guys have medical issues that they need to be making sure they make their appointments. We're down there making sure the place is a really nice, livable place for them. We keep the yards up, we keep the building up, we keep so these gentlemen, we have a college that comes in and brings food to them, cooks with them. When they bring it in and they disperse the food on 2 days a week. And that's been ongoing for a while. We're partners with Second Harvest Food Bank. We get food here, and we also bring some foods down to them, which is real good because not all the guys have food stamps down there. Some didn't qualify, so we still help them with that too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have noticed that a lot of people seem to think that all the guys that live in Servant House automatically go to Glenwood and Hayworth, which is not the case. Can you tell us a little bit about how we get the residents that come to Glenwood and Hayworth?
Yeah, how we get those guys, if there's something available down there, and we have a gentleman here that may have rental issues in the past, wouldn't qualify. Those are for guys that have maybe been evicted so many times that these other people out here will not accept them. So criminal backgrounds may be questionable. We don't know, but we try to have those places available for the guys that are really tough to get housed somewhere, right. And that way we have a nice place for them to stay. What we've done since I've been here is we have gone out to build relationships with management companies, different managers of apartment complexes, real estate agents, real companies, and by building this relationship of who we are at the service and what we're doing for these veterans, I have these people will actually call me, hey Craig, you got some veterans that need housed. I got some things coming open. So to build that type of relationship and have that working for us has really been a big push for it. I mean, it's been great for us because there's been times I'll have 3 guys on my desk thinking, I need to look for places for them to go, and clearly right out of the blue, one of my managers will call and say, hey, I got 2 places, and so it's been remarkable. It's been really nice, yeah.
So I know that you have veterans in your family, but can you tell us a little bit about why you think it's going into the holiday season, why you think people should, especially, remember the Servant Center, the veterans we help, and why it's important to give?
Well, not only during the holidays. I mean, you see, the holidays is a tough time when some of these guys have burnt bridges with their families. Some of these guys don't have families anymore, can't talk to their families anymore. So here at the Service Center, that's us. We're the families for them. So it's just tough to only give during this time. Our guys are homeless 364 days a year.
Right.
So we need help always. I mean, we're a nonprofit. These guys come in here sometimes with a bag of clothes. That's all they have. So any help that we can get throughout the entire year, and not only Christmas, but the entire year is wonderful. We need it. These guys need it. So any help is very, very, very appreciated, and it goes 100% to these guys. So that's cool.
Well, thank you, Craig. Thank you for everything that you do for our residents and for our agency as a whole. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.